Oh, thanks.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
As I'll ever be.
Okay. So I will do a quick recap of last week's session of the Curse of Strahd. Let me put on some music. Perfect.
We're the music.
Did I get... Oh, wait. I think I found one today that I was, like, dying over. Yeah, here we go. If you can hear it, tell me if you can hear it.
I put the straw on my cleavage, and so now Buffy's like,
First you died again and again.
No, it's Chandelier.
I can't hear it.
yeah, I can't hear it.
That's all
I
right.
can.
All right, so on the last episode of Curse of Strahd, you, the 6 adventurers, after escaping a tense standoff between Strahd in the cemetery of Barovia, fled into the church to regroup. Ismark consoled his distraught sister, Irina, while you discussed the captive vampire spawn Daru in the basement, in which, in session 4, Donovic, his father, told you that his son was turned by Strahd over a year ago when a wizard came to town and started a revolution to defeat the devil. Unfortunately, from what you've heard, the wizard failed. Donovic allows you to speak with him, but begs for you not to hurt his son. With a disguised self-spell, Yetta as Strahd, and Revelin with a hat, very great distraction, descended into darkness to learn more about Daru's demise and perhaps some ways and some secrets about Castle Ravenloft. The conversation was tense, and you learned that the Dangerous is very elaborate, and most of the revolution got lost in the maze of its towers and traps. As Daru approached you both, he smelled your blood, and we rolled for initiative. After nearly, 10 rounds of combat, Yetta dealt the final blow. Benvolm was very upset by how the party broke their promise to Donovic and went upstairs to break the news. Several members of the party prepared the body and offered their condolences, and then there was a general discussion of fate, hope, and possible forgiveness. Donovic, who was very distraught, asked the party to leave and allow him to perform the Morning Lord's ritual and the next sunrise. After the party left the church, Benvolm discovered an anonymous note stating, "They can't keep us apart for long." And so as the party began to leave the sad village of Barovia, Yetta asked that the party provide a proper burial for Dalvin Olensky on the side of the road on the outskirts of town. The party now must decide how they will continue forward. Will they leave for Valaki immediately? Will they speak to Madame Ava again regarding their mysterious card reading? Will Hugo ever figure out how delicious that dream pastry is? Let's find out right now on the Curse of Strahd. Alright, so we have just... turn the volume down a little bit on that.
Who has the pastry? Benvolm?
I believe Benvolm has... Oh, no. Revelin has the pastry because he had to identify it. Is that right, Colin?
Revelin would have destroyed it once he found out what it was.
You didn't say he did, though, so...
Through device.
I'm gonna attack you if you destroy it.
Alright, so let's see. We'll pick up where we left off. You have just finished putting the last pile of dirt over top of Dalvin Olensky's grave site on the side of the road. What do you do?
I put on a ring.
Okay.
I put on the ring I acquired.
The ring you acquired from...
Mr. Dalvin.
You just put it on?
Yeah. I see that we're burying him, and I totally forgot I had this ring, and I decided to just put it on my finger.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I go, if you like to should put a ring on it. No. Okay, cool.
While we're... Okay, so while we're finishing with that, I think Revelin will say, I think time might be of the essence here. We want to avoid another encounter with Strahd if possible. I, for one, vote that we head over to Madame Ava, speak with her if we can, and then continue on our journey.
I agree. I think Madame Ava is our best chance.
Before we head out, Revlin pulls out a book that he's been carrying. I have this magical tome. It won't do much for me as I'm an elf, but it records the dreams of those speak with it. If one of you feels that you may benefit from it, I'd be happy to give it to you. If not, I think maybe we should give it to Irina.
I don't want it, so I'm good with that.
I don't dream much, so I'm good.
Well then, when we make camp for the night, I'll approach her with this.
Okay.
All right, and as you discuss this, Ismark and Irina are with you, and they nod interestingly with what you say. And Ismark says, "Revlin, where did you find this strange book?"
I don't take away in deception. We acquired it by a hangman's tree. I've studied it, and I've found what magic properties it has.
Very interesting. Okay, so we go to this Vistani camp. I've never been.
You never
Yeah, that
been?
knows the way.
I don't know the way. I've traveled it many times. We won't stop at the Hangman's Crossing this time, but we will keep walking. We are on the schedule, people. Let's move! And I'll just start
Don't
walking.
you have a second cloak or something that you can steal from another dead guy?
Hey, we don't talk about that. And also, this is not cursed no more.
No more. So it was originally cursed.
Who knows? But it's no curse. So I'll just start walking.
Okay.
I'll follow after.
Okay, so you have a couple options. If you're just going at a normal pace, now that you've traveled this path and you have a confident guide and you know your way, getting from Barovia back to the Vistani camp would take at a normal pace about an hour, 40 minutes, just under 2 hours. So it's much faster than it was on the way here.
It'd still be like early morning then, right?
Yeah, by this time, as you've left, you've battled Daru in the morning. Obviously, there's a lot happened already in this short amount of time. It's probably, I don't know, probably 9:30 as you leave. So you'd be getting there just before noon. I mean, actually earlier than that. Probably like 11:30 in the morning.
While we're walking along the path, Hugo kind of like walks up next to Brana. He goes, "Hey, Brana,
Uh-huh.
you're sneaky, right?"
Yes. Technically, yes.
Can you get that pastry? I'm kind of hungry. We can split it.
What pastry?
The pastry that, you know.
Oh, the stupid scuffle pastry? You really want that?
Yeah, I'm really hungry. Please.
Okay. Brian will do anything to appear normal and friendly. Oh. So I guess I'm gonna attempt to pickpocket Colin.
Okay, I don't think I'd be particularly on my guard, so I guess it's my passive of 13.
Yeah, so I'm going to need you to roll a sleight of hand check, Brana.
Alright, I'm popping out my my thing. Sleight of hand. It's a dex. Can I borrow? This is how it is. Weird.
You better roll good.
I probably won't now that you've said
It
that.
just has to beat 13, it's not much.
I got a 20.
A nat 20?
No, it was an 18. Yeah, 18. 18? Yeah, okay, 18. Sorry, it could have been a 16, but it's an 18.
Okay,
So it's a 20.
You are definitely able to rummage very, very, very slightly into his... What are you carrying, a knapsack, Revlin?
I have an adventurer's, or an explorer's pack.
Okay, so you get, as he's walking, you walk behind him and you reach your hand in and you're able to pull. Slightly flaky, slightly stale. You pull it out, you have acquired the pastry.
And I'm kind of like towards the back of the whole party if we're traveling.
Okay, and I'd say Yetta's up front and Ismark and Irina are behind her.
I'll drop
I'm
back
definitely up front.
and covertly pass it to her.
That was impressive.
Thank you. Enjoy your pastry.
Okay, Kelly.
You don't want to. You don't.
I
You
want
gotta have
nothing.
a bite.
No, I really don't. It looks horrible. It's been in that bag for over a day, and who knows how long those beggars had it.
Okay, and I just eat it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Hugo didn't know what it does, right?
No, Revelin told everybody one night, and I think you went to bed early. Give me 1 second, I gotta pull it up again. I don't remember the exact. You do a Constitution saving throw of some kind.
Like if the game is like, yeah, someone's probably gonna try to eat this someday.
Here's where Hugo becomes drug addicted. So yay.
Hugo's high.
A barbarian with a drug addiction.
I think that's it's like real life. Okay, people have drug problems. It's a thing.
I'm jumping to
You
a
go to
couple
range.
pages. Ah! Sorry, I have to like do it's like a couple chapters off that what I thought it was. 1 moment!
God bless you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Just while we were walking, just to kind of fill the time, at the front of the line, I'm kind of not shouting, I'm singing. I'm just kind of marching, coming out of my cage and not be doing just fine. Got to rebel because I lost it all. And I'm just gonna sing until we get to the Vistani camp.
Great. Okay,
That's the
so
song of Barovia.
it is, Mr.
What's that?
Brightside. So, Hugo, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That was beautiful.
I was gonna say, is anyone Mr. Brightside?
Oh boy. I rolled a 5, but I have a +5 to my Constitution saving throw, so that's a 10, right?
Yeah, okay.
That's how math works.
So,
Oh no.
So, Hugo, Brana, you and Hugo are at the back of the party, and you see Hugo, thank you for it, immediately put the whole pastry in his mouth, every last crumb, and he chews it, swallows it, and you're walking, and then he kind of stops,
Oh no.
and he smiles, and he kind of looks around, and he goes, wow, and then you see him just fall completely back. He's thrown on the ground.
Ooh.
I'm guessing we all saw that, or heard it, or...
You do
yeah.
hear suddenly, Revelin, as you're walking in the middle of the group, and Yetta at the front, as you're telling, I'm sure, a wonderful Vistani tale to Ismark and Irina, you hear, and you hear a crash behind you.
I immediately whip out my sword and begin a fire cantrip in my hand and look around for whoever's ambushing us.
Roll a perception check. You're rolling on the ground.
Wear a mask, okay? Wear a mask.
That is a 7.
Revelin, as you turn, flame in your hand, sword drawn. You don't know what to approach, but you see Hugo is on the ground, lying down.
I move forward to stand over my fallen comrade.
Okay, what is everyone else doing?
I roll him and I go, yeah, no, she just ate the paste. He just ate the pastry.
The flame gutters in my hand. And turn away around and walk back to the front.
is he unconscious?
As you approach, you can see, although his eyes are open and he's kind of looking with a glazed, trance-like look around, he is conscious, but definitely out of it.
Buffy hops up off my shoulder and just starts like pecking. Like,
Oh my god,
you
don't
there?
poke my eyes out.
Not your eyes, just like, hey, you awake? You there?
A friendly peck.
Yeah, like a friendly peck. Just like a hey. Hey.
I'll go over. I'll just look at him and I'll go, oh, Hugo. I'll grab one of his legs and just start dragging him
Okay.
towards the Vistani camp.
So,
I cast Mage Hand on his other leg, and we drag him together.
Okay, so as you're dragging Hugo, you cannot understand what's happening to you, but as you look around, you've never seen Barovia like this. It is sunny and beautiful, and you think when you look up at the sun, you think you see the Morning Lord smiling down on you. He goes, "Hello, Hugo! Welcome to Barovia!"
While the is happening behind me, I walk up to Ismark and say, Ismark, have you ever heard of any saints of the Morning Lord?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Colin?
Ismark, have you ever heard of any saints or the houses of any saints of the Morning Lord?
Of the Morning Lord. Well, yes, I mean, Donovik's church once was a great chapel in honor of the Morning Lord. But that would have been hundreds of years ago in Barovia, but otherwise I can think of St. Markovia's Abbey was once a pillar of the Morning Lord's glory and light. But I have not been there.
Saint
Markovia's Abbey. St. Markovia's Abbey. Let me think. 1 second, sorry guys. St. Markovia. That is going to be in the village of Kresk. That's all the way northwest of here, beyond Valaki.
Beyond Valaki, okay.
Yes.
And have you ever heard of a wizard's tower on a lake?
Wizard's tower? No. That doesn't sound familiar to me, but I mean, maybe with what Donovik said with that wizard that started the revolution, I don't know, maybe he had something to do with it, but I don't know about a wizard's tower per se.
Okay.
Are you guys close to where we're dragging Hugo, Revlin?
I'm assuming we're kind of just like a little bit ahead of you on the path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Walking.
Unfortunately, I don't hear.
You don't hear?
Well, I don't know how close they are. It seems like he purposely stepped aside with them.
No. He's just further ahead of you. You're not trying to be secretive, are you, Revlin?
No.
No, so you would have been able to, Yetta would have been able to overhear as you're dragging Hugo.
Revlin, you speak in riddles. What is this you talk of? Wizard power on lake and house of a saint. What do you mean?
This was part of our readings when we first arrived here.
Oh, you never told me all the details about your reading. What did Madame Ava say?
I briefly share with her the readings. I can read them out if you'd like.
I have them. I just wanted to. I technically didn't know them.
I figured, yeah. Okay.
Oh, look at this. This talks about Vistani. Have you met the Vistani besides me yet?
Several of them.
Right, but this one that you talked about, the wandering one, searching for a mentor. I can tell you, not searching for a mentor. I've had my share of leadership. I'm good.
It says that she's also near St. Markovia.
So we're heading in the right direction. In northwest, we heading west.
Brana,
Oops, sorry, Cal, go for
I just go, Brana, you should have got in on this.
it. Can he talk?
Yeah, he can talk.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but sorry.
That's awesome. I told you of the Revlin, I've told you of the reading Madame Ava gave myself.
You may have, I'm not remembering.
Let me remind you. When I was with Madame Eva, about 3 weeks ago, I got the reading. Very special. I will tell you my past, and I will tell you my present. I can't tell you my future. Don't know it. But my past was a Dark Lord, apparently, which is pretty interesting. Talks about, she says something about evil nature in my past, and I have far reaching consequences because of it. I don't know. But I was led astray, apparently, in my past. I don't recall. I feel good about Vistani past. Anyway, my present is why I talk, because I feel like we have the same present, but it says something unexpected or mysterious that can't be avoided. A great question or a journey that will try someone's spirit. And I got the Mist card. From what you said, you got Mist and you got Dark Lord.
I believe so, yes.
It seems like our fates have been conjoined in some way.
Yeah, that's correct. You guys got a card called Wizard, a card that said Monk, one that said Enchanter, one that said Mists, and one that said Dark Lord. So that is correct.
Now, I think the way she delivered them are different. Mine was in chronological order, past, present, and then future. I missed that part. But you guys got 5. I wonder what that means.
Who knows?
Well, we should ask her. Maybe she will tell me. Me being Vistani, I bet she will tell me.
I tried to speak with her after our readings and before we set out for Barovia, but she had disappeared. I only hope that she's there when we arrive.
She will be there. If we need her, she will show.
Have you heard of this Master of the Marsh?
I mean, I know there are marshes in Barovia, but I don't know of any masters. I've never been past the Vistani camp, so the farthest I've been is the village of Barovia and through the gates. I really don't head too far west. I hear lots of bad stories, so I keep to myself.
Okay. What about you, Ismark and Marina?
Ismark turns to you and he says, I remember as a young boy going to Valaki to have dinner with the burgomaster there. It was pleasant, but also tense. I was young, mind you, but I remember it looking like a great fortress compared to Barovia. There were gates surrounding the village, and I remember the burgomaster had a high opinion of festivals and holidays. He was a very jolly man and liked his people to celebrate menial celebrations often. I think when I was there, we were celebrating the summer solstice, and it was not even March. So I think he's a little eager. But beyond Valaki, we didn't travel very far. The eyes of Strahd, you constantly feel them on your back, and as Irina grew older, I knew we had to keep her close to myself to protect her. And when my father was getting older as well, it made it more difficult for us to travel. We've stuck to Barovia in recent years.
Have you heard any tales or legends of any Master of the Marsh?
I do not recall a Master of a Marsh, but to my memory, I remember my father taking me to the lake just north of Valaki, and I believe he mentioned marshes there. Perhaps there's marshes above the lake.
Could be. What about any, other than this wizard who tried to lead a revolution a few years back? Were there any powerful wizards that you know about?
Strahd doesn't take very kindly to powerful people in Barovia. The wizard was our only light and beacon of hope, to my memory, ever. Uh, I remember I wanted, almost a year and a half ago, I wanted to join them, and my father forced me to stay in the mansion that night. But we could see the fire and lightning and rockfall from my home that night when the wizard fought Strahd. But besides that man, however brave or stupid he is, there has been little hope in Barovia. Is there anything else you guys are looking to talk about or ask as you're heading back to the Vistani camp?
Is Irina does she seem like she wants to talk right now?
She has definitely been quiet, but you can see as you are walking along this path, you can't help but see it kind of like a childish glee out of being outside of Barovia, out of walking and leaving. I mean, she's quiet, but she's definitely got some spunk now that she's getting farther and farther away from the apparent abuse she was dealing with in Barovia. So she's happy looking now.
Irina, I'm happy to see you in such good spirits.
Thank you, Vistani. It must have been a good night's sleep.
It's Yeda. My name is Yeda.
Yeda, I'm sorry. Nice to meet you, Yeda.
It's nice to meet you. I was wondering if you had ever met Vistani before myself.
I remember my father told me about the Vistani women who ran the bar in Barovia, but besides the rare carriage that ran through the town, I've very little experience with you. So, to be honest, I used to hear scary tales about what you could do as children.
Oh, we are harmless. The women in the bar are half Vistani. They're barely Vistani. You're about to meet the real thing.
Oh, that's a relief. My father once told me this scary story about Vistani curses. I'm happy to hear it's all a joke.
Oh, silly tales. No, Vistani, we have our secrets, but we mean good. I'm sure, Irina, just like you have secrets. You must keep to yourself. You mean no harm, I'm sure.
It's hard to keep secrets in Barovia, so no, I'm an open book.
Oh, so since you're open book, had you talked to Strahd before all this madness?
With the question, you can see she gets very uncomfortable to hear Strahd's name, and she goes, Yeda, I know it's silly, but I'd rather we not say his name. I fear...
Oh, I won't.
I fear his name brings him closer to us.
And
you can see she tightens a little scarf around her neck, uncomfortable as she walks forward.
I'll kind of turn in close to her and start whispering and be like, I thought the same thing. I had camp a couple days ago. I say his name. Suddenly we hear wolves. I just get this sinking feeling like he always hears. So I totally get it. I get it, Arita.
Ismark always tells me that if you reveal your identification, if you tell Strahd your name, he'll know more about you. He'll find it easier to catch you. So the less Strahd knows, the better, I think.
I like this idea. So we shall call him...
the devil.
Devil, yes, Devil, fantastic. Of course, here's the nickname we've always had for him.
Yes.
So, have you talked with the devil before all of this?
All of what, my life?
No, I mean with all these visits and him claiming you're somebody. I mean, what is that?
I don't understand him. I remember when I was maybe 14 or 15 years old, I went to the village to pick up some groceries for my father. He was letting me cook dinner. I was very excited. And it was that day where I saw Strahd. He saw me and I ran home. The way he looked at me was so scary. I'd never seen him before. But after that, I remember he came to my father's house one day and he asked to have dinner. And of course, my father accepted, but I was young. I was quiet. I didn't say anything. It was uncomfortable, but I don't know who he thinks I am. And frankly, I don't remember much of our meetings.
He calls you by he calls you by a name. It begins. I don't want to say it in case it alerts the devil, but it begins with a T. Have you heard that before?
I don't know. Maybe as a child, but I just thought it was a story from long ago.
I thought the same. I doubt he is confused. He's not the man to confuse people.
Maybe he's crazy. He is a crazy man, no?
Fair, but we want to get to the bottom of this.
Whether he thinks I'm myself or this weird woman from hundreds of years ago, does that really help us? I mean...
If we can separate this connection he has with you, we are not the target.
I feel Strahd's eyes have been on me my entire life. I don't know if leaving Barovia will stop that. But I thank you. I thank all of you, she turns to you all, for helping me and my brother leave Barovia. So I can only thank you for that. And we're forever in your debt. And if, I don't know, if we ever get out of this, we will owe you a lifetime of gratitude.
I have no idea why you want to leave Barovia. This place is so beautiful, like, and bright, and the sun is talking to me.
With that, Irina walks over to you, and as politely and sternly as possible, she slaps you in the face. Hugo. And
I giggle.
you giggle, but as the pain reaches your cheek and you kind of shake it off, you blink and it gets darker and grayer and the rain starts to fall in your eyes a little bit. And as you kind of lift yourself up, you're drowsy, but it looks how you remember Barovia to look.
Are you telling me we just need to slap Hugo?
It was funny to see a big man look so small, but yes, I've seen many villagers in Barovia strung out on these pastries. A good slap in the face always solves the problem.
My turn next.
Has this been ongoing?
Yes, Colin, sorry?
Have these pastries been around for a long time?
Ismark goes, oh yes. I remember them since I was a child. And I remember how good they smelled as she pushed that clangly old cart through Barovia. But
what does it look like?
what does the cart look like?
The woman.
The woman. She is an older woman. She has white hair. I hate to be rude, but she looks kind of like a crone. And she comes sometimes every couple of days, sometimes every other week. Sometimes we don't see her for months. But every time she does come, she always brings and sells out for those pastries. And the people of Barovia flock to it. Despite what they know is dangerous, they still go and they still eat those pastries.
Pastries aren't hurting anybody.
Hugo,
Would a person...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Would a person of magical ability have to make them?
I do not know about magic. I do know they taste good to my understanding, and it makes some people's dreary lives look somewhat better. I understand why my father would never let me have them, Ismark says, but I also don't see the harm to a certain extent.
I'm fine.
They're ensorcelled to create a dependency. Those who have had them once will want them again and again.
It seems as so. With no hope in Barovia, The only hope you can find is a gold piece for a couple hours of sanctuary. I can see the appeal. And they do smell delicious.
They are delicious.
Odds against tasting them.
Well, Hugo, you're the one of us few people who have had it. What does it taste like?
Like butter. I didn't really chew it. I kind of just swallowed it whole.
Mhm.
But it was buttery and yummy. And that's how it tasted. I barely tasted it.
More so an inhale than a savor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
This song.
A classic. So,
Ouch!
Buffy really likes it. She starts hopping on my shoulder.
actually, Rapture, as you're continuing down this path, and Buffy typically stays very close to you unless you say otherwise, you see Buffy flying up ahead of you, a couple 60 feet away.
I communicate with her telepathically, so I know what she's looking at, which is
The weirdest thing is when you try to telepathically to you, she pecks you on the side of the face. She's on your shoulder. And then you look back up, there is another raven in the sky.
Uh-oh.
Donuts or the brownie?
Donut? Where's donut?
The Urban parents, everybody.
Oh, is that what you hear, my parents?
A serious discussion of pastries,
brownies.
and cookies.
Sorry.
Cameo appearance by Scott and Rosemary Urquhart. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Our dreams are coming true.
Our dreams are coming true. I'm gonna make them come on as NPCs or playable characters, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
or family D&D.
So you see a raven flying up ahead.
Buffy goes and flies by the raven for a minute. Do ravens talk to each other? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
They're like,
So as Buffy flies up, you can see they glide together in the kind of stormy, windy rain as it starts to slightly drizzle. Beautiful. As it
it's a
starts,
cat, but it'll do.
as it starts to slightly drizzle, you can see they caw and happily glide together. Buffy looks happy to have a similar companion with you guys. And it seems to be apparently following you as well.
Damn it, I wish I had a second level spell, but it don't.
Yeah.
Ismark looks up as well and he goes, "Ah, that's a signal of hope. It is always good omens for Barovians to see ravens. We hold them in high honor, actually."
Princess Buffy.
Why is that?
I do not know why, but I think long ago, the Morning Lord and our Mother Night, they used ravens as beacons and signals of right and wrong. They would lead us throughout our lives. If we did something wrong, no ravens. If we did something right, we'd find ravens. So since then, we take it as good omen, and we also hold them in high regard. So all those who hurt ravens are cursed.
Lots of curses in Barovia.
Barovia is cursed. There are many dark omens here. It is unusual. Is it not like that where you're from?
Not quite so many curses where we're from.
Is it as rainy where you're from?
Substantially less so.
Interesting. Perhaps, if all ends well, you'll take us there.
That is my dearest wish.
I'm touched, Revelin. Thank you.
You know, I'll take the fall. Just
Okay. So, at this point, you've made great... You've made great time as you've walked and conversed with Ismark and Irina. And you're probably... Give me 1 second for looking at the map. You've probably traveled along the path And you're at this point, you are going right past the remarkable, memorable gallows that we had during the last session. Galley roll.
The first session.
The first session, not last session, excuse me.
There's a D20 on the thing.
That is my symbol for you guys as a party, so you kind of know where you're at.
Yeah.
There.
Rolling 20s. I like it.
I thought it'd be good luck.
As we're walking past the gallows, I'd just like to see if I think I see a person.
Okay, yeah. Yetta, roll a perception check.
Cool. That's gonna be garbage. Sorry. That's an 8.
So, as you glance over precautiously over the side of your shoulder, Yetta, you do not see anything near or around the tree. Oh, your camera's off.
I keep walking.
I can't hear anything yet either.
Okay. If everyone's okay, we can continue moving if that's alright.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So let me just make one more roll. Right, you're good. Wow. You guys have been rolling. I'll just let you know very candidly. I've been rolling random encounter checks and every time nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Alright, so the rest of your travels are thankfully pleasant in the best variation of Barovia possible. And you see up ahead, before you even see it, you hear joyful music and chanting. And you recognize it, especially you, Yetta. It is Vistani music.
Yay. Up ahead is Vistani Camp. You can hear our favorite song.
Can you sample like a little bit of that song, Yetta? Kind of like.
Let me tune my guitar. Or my mandolin, sorry.
I actually can get a song for you, Serapha.
I will tune. Ding dong ding 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 ding. That's it. Perfect.
This is what you can hear up ahead.
Wow, your guitar sounds so much like a drum. That's really impressive, Yetta.
I have drum too. I play multiple instruments. I'm like slapping my drum on my hip and like fingering on the mandolin.
Roll a performance check, Sarah.
Oh, bitch, get ready.
Hear
Get
it.
ready, bitch. That's gonna be 26.
So as Yetta perfectly orchestrates somehow a one-handed guitar and a banging of the bongo. Sometimes she brings the bongo down to her knee for I don't know what a drum. Sorry, a drum. It's a one-man band, and as you approach the Vistani camp, Ismark, Irina, can you be? Thank you.
I can't hear anybody else.
You can't hear anybody?
No, I don't know why.
You might want to check your settings on Google Hangout then.
I have.
So, as you approach, Irina asks Ismark to dance, and they start to gleefully dance to the Vistani music. And as you approach and arrive at the Vistani camp, the collective joining of the two songs erupt everybody around the campfire in cheers. It looks like many people have not left their positions from just about a day ago, and people are still reveling and enjoying in their wines and their festivities.
Do we see them? Or are they like, in front of us?
Oh yeah. You've approached and they see everybody.
As I'm playing my mandolin and my drum, I go, "It is I, Yetta. I have saved Irina and Ismark of Barovia. Thank you all."
No.
Okay, so they yip and cheer, and you recognize one of the elder men who is particularly fond of tales, waves you into the campfire. He goes, "Yetta, tell us the story. What happened?"
It was magical. I met a party of adventurers. I joined them. We went into the village of Barovia. We met those 3 Vistani women. Then I meet Ismark for the first time. He tells me of his poor sister's doomed fate, and me and my fellow party members, we rallied together and we promised to get them out of Barovia. We bury the burgomaster with Strahd watching. I cast, what did I cast? What spell?
Cautious hideous laughter.
Thank you, I cast hideous laughter on his ass. He giggling like a little schoolgirl, and we escaped with Irina, and now we're here.
I go over to Yetta and I kind of tap her on the head. I go, simmer down, Yetta, simmer down.
Simmer down.
Can I also, like, do I see, like, ale or wine of any sort around?
Yeah, before you even have to... Can you mute? I can hear
Why
you.
not?
So, before you even have to ask Hugo, the Vistani, in typical fashion, they offer you their wine skins, and yeah, they're definitely offering up their supplies to join.
I welcome their offering with open arms and hands, and I kind of clink my glass to theirs that they hand me. And I start drinking it.
Half-orc, you are quite the warrior, and I see you have several stories to tell as well. If you tell us a good one, I will give you another wineskin.
Okay. So, as you can see, I've been through a lot of battles. And this one day, I had to battle what's the word? A Goliath? Is that a thing? No.
Yeah.
A Goliath is a race in this place, right?
It's a race.
Okay. I had to fight this big Goliath guy, and he was like the crowd favorite, and I was like the underdog. So I go in there with my axe. He gets a couple good swings on me, but I do the job, and I cut his arm off, and I made that whole town shut up real quick. And then I went and I chopped off his other arm.
Reasonable.
And then I just finished off the job. And then guess who was the town favorite after that? The boss, me. And I kind of like point to like my rib cage over here, and I kind of showed them like the tattoo of like this guy like kneeling on the ground with no arms.
Sorry, just for my own clarification, what does Hugo wear during just hanging around being a guy type days?
Like, what is he wearing now?
Yeah.
Not much. He doesn't have any armor. He's kind of like naked. He has like probably some kind of like groin cloth or like
It's a loincloth.
yeah, loin cloth, something like that.
Alright, I like it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Vistani man, he laughs at your story and he goes, "You've definitely earned another wineskin to Hugo Boss! Hugo Boss!"
Hugo!
Yay! Thank
So
you.
you are double fisting it right now, Hugo.
Cool.
What does everyone else want to do?
Do I see Madame Ava by the fire?
No, you do not see Madame Ava by the fire.
I turn back to Revlin.
Mm-hmm.
Revlin, would you like to go see Madame Ava if she's here?
Certainly.
I turn back to Vistani. It's been a pleasure. I will be back shortly after I speak with Madame Ava. And I just go storming off.
Yeah, you be careful. Be careful, Nekaji. You know what you get into.
I have come back with good story, so I know good.
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 Do you mind if I join you to Madame Ava as well?
I do not mind.
Yeah, I actually wanted to look for Madame Ava too. So for doing that, I kind of like excuse myself with my 2 little mugs of ale or whatever they gave me.
Yeah.
They're like water skins, but they're filled with wine. So you have 2 of them, Cal.
Okay.
So I guess everyone's gonna go to head back to Madame Ava's tent again.
Yep.
All 6 of you. Okay. All right. So I guess Yetta or Revlin, as you're approaching the tent first, you can see again what you remember Revlin, and certainly what you remember Yetta, is the warm red light shining through the tent. And as you slip the fabric away, you see yet again the older woman is leaning over her table, looking over a crystal ball.
I come on the word of Sorvia that I should come see you. And I kind of turn to Yetta. I'm like, that's her, right? That's Madame Ava.
I kind of gulp, and I just nod.
Oh, sorry, let me turn that down.
So many horses.
Oh, the
So
horses.
many. Let's kill all the horses. Kidding.
For initiative.
Roll for initiative against horses. All right.
An army of horses.
Not that all those figures matter, but just I wanted to find the music. So, as you enter back into Madame Ava's tent, yes, she turns as you say this, Hugo, and she goes, "Hello, travelers. You have returned. I suspect you did not heed your reading quite seriously."
Madame Ava, what do you mean?
Yetta. I gave a reading to your companions here, telling them of tools, weapons, maybe even people that could help them in their quest. Were you able to help them, Yetta?
I hope. That's why I'm back.
You tell a bold tale, but there is still much to do.
But we've done good. The village of Barovia has never had such hope.
Yetta, you still have much to learn, and hope does not come so easily, and neither does good. But I see your fates are entwined, and together you are all responsible for providing the end of this curse.
Madame Ava, that is why I came back. I felt that my fate must have changed when I joined them. So I was hoping you could tell me what my new fate is now, since I know I'm with them.
Yetta, Nakuji, your reading does not change. Your fates are aligned. And what I told you before still exists, but at another level, you now are also entwined with these individuals.
I reach into my shirt and I pull out the one card and I put it on the table.
I was wondering where that went.
You said it was my fate. I thought it was mine to have.
It is yours. And she pulls, you see her, she turns around, she opens up a chest behind her, and she grabs the rest of the deck. She goes, "This is particularly precious to me, but it has a new owner." And she hands it to you. What questions do you have, Yetta?
I look at this card.
Mm-hmm.
Madame Ava, when I see this, I can't help but feel my fate is doomed.
Do you always see darkness in the cards, Yetta? Oh my god. One second, guys. ruined the magic of it. The magic of movie making. Okay. I'm sorry, sir. What were you saying?
You told me that I always see the darkness in the cards.
And remind me, what was the last card you had for future? Was it broken one?
I turn it to Madame Ava and I show her the card entitled Broken One.
Yeda. Yes, it is dark, broken, despair, failure. These are all things that come in the future. Perhaps the loss of something or someone important, which one would feel incomplete without. But do know, Yeda, that there is hope in your future. And although the fates read your fate, the cards read your fate. Fates read fates too. Though the cards read your fate, there is life ahead. And you have many obstacles to overcome. And many people who count on you now. So do not despair. Do not fear. Do not stress over failure. For I see, and she looks at you all, I see hope. Now, what else brings you here? To revel? To tell stories? Do you have other questions for me?
I believe one of our company has not had a reading yet.
Hugo, the boss. Would you like a reading?
Yes.
Let it be known that I can do readings all day for each and every one of you about your past, your present, and your future. But as I look at you all together, this is the closest I had ever felt to ending the curse. And you are all entwined. Please know, I see all of you providing something to this battle. But Hugo, I'd be happy to tell you more about your past, your current, your future. So
I'm in.
she gestures you to sit down, and she hands off the incomplete deck of cards back to Yeda. Do you take them, Yeda?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to pull up the card reading. Oh, there it is. I gotta like reshuffle it, do it all again for Kelko.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun. Give me 1 second, guys. If you guys need like a 2 to 3 minute break, you'll have just about 2 or 3 minutes if you need to grab something or take a restroom break as I set this up.
We'll do that right now.
Perfect.
I really want it to be like Yetta takes the deck of cards, roll for initiative. Like, oh,
Fight the Vistani.
fight the cards!
It's Yu-Gi-Oh now!
I'll put that there, put that there. And
What did I miss on our walk?
once. Are you asking me?
I'm asking anybody.
Okay.
You can keep shuffling. Somebody else wants to-
Thanks.
I pickpocketed, Revelin, and stole the pastry to give to Hugo, and Hugo got high as fuck.
The pastry?
Yeah.
I thought I had the pastry.
No, remember you gave it to Hugo
To
or Revelin
To
to
look at and he
yes.
kept it?
to identify. He never clarified that he was going back. He was giving it back to you.
Gotcha. Alright. Well, enjoy that.
You already ate it.
Yep.
If we have to clarify everything, then I definitely uncast light from my shoe so we're not just walking around with like a disco ball.
You sure? This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, roll for what, sneaking?
Oh, freaking go.
I've got a huge footlight. Words.
There's my backwards. Can I just play him from here?
Yeah.
It's quite a look you're doing right. Oh, wait, 1 second.
Go, finally. Ugh. I'm serving Ben realness.
David, can you grab that green can I just
Brought
dropped
asleep.
before he gets up?
Peggy.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
When I do, can you guys see a deck of cards?
Yep.
Not like the 3 cards, but like off to the bottom right. Can you see cards or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
Yeah, off the map.
Yeah.
Can you guys click on them and drag them onto the map?
Let's try.
When it lets me no, when you hover over it, it says draw deck something and terracotta
It
something.
says, mine says if I hover
And
over
if you
the top,
click-
it says click to draw, drag to deal.
Yeah. So, Kelly, click to. You could like. Yeah. Is that you? Who did that?
Me.
Okay. So Kelly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recall it and shuffle it, and then you're gonna draw in order from left to right. 1, 2, 3. Your past, present, and future. Okay.
So I click draw,
1 second.
right?
I need to reshuffle it. There's so many names. It's. Oh, come on. Yeah.
I need a headphone extender.
Okay. Is everyone back?
Colin's not.
Okay, I'll wait 1 minute and then. Huh?
Now he's back.
Oh, okay. So. And we're back. Picking up where we left off. Hugo, you've just sat down in front of Madame Ava's table. She shuffles a new set of terracotta cards in front of you, and she lays them and places the deck in front of you. She goes, I'm ready when you are, Hugo.
I chug and finish off one of the things of wine and kind of like put it back on the table.
Okay.
And then I draw the first card. Oh wait, it says draw blank cards. So I push 1.
Kelly, hit draw 1.
Oh. I did it.
Now, do you see how it's inventory? Drag it onto the map.
It's down on the bottom.
Yeah, drag it onto the map. Click and drag
Dear
it.
God.
I can't.
Okay, I will do it for you. Oh my gosh. 1 second. What have you done?
I don't know. It says steal request now.
Yeah, can you give it to me? Here's the
Exit out of it.
Kelly.
Steal request. I request to steal your shit, please.
In what world? Okay, well I'm gonna transition back to, oh no. Kelly, you've locked me. You need to do something. I can't do anything. Oh my god.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, 1 second.
We will never know Hugo's
Alright,
fate.
Kelly, I'm gonna do this for you, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
That was funny.
Alright. Your first card, your present.
Present?
Or your past, excuse me. You've made it difficult to remember how to do my job. I see a druid. Do you see a druid?
I see it through it.
I see a druid. Okay, so. Your past. Where is the druid?
She looks and goes, do it, yes.
Druid, where's, oh, there's druid. The 5 of glyphs. Druid. I sense your past was filled with much inner turmoil, Hugo. Perhaps the ambivalence of your nature has drawn you to this turmoil. You're present. We're gonna draw. What does that say? Berserker?
Berserker.
Nice.
Okay. Your future. I know your present. Wow. There's only 3 things. You'd think I'd get it right. Hugo, for your present, I see the 6 of Swords. The brutal and barbaric side of warfare. You have great bloodlust within you. That is with a bestial nature. It is dangerous. Be aware of your strength. And for your future, the monk. The one of glyphs. And your future, Hugo, I see serenity, inner strength, and self-resilience, supreme confidence, bereft of arrogance. What do you think of that, boss man?
I'm just more confused than I've ever been. You nailed the present, though. I give you that.
You are a barbarian, no?
Yeah.
I do not judge.
I like blood.
Does it scare you, Hugo?
Oh, no. Blood? No. I feel best when I'm surrounded by death.
I worry about you, Hugo. Your arrogance. You struggle against your future.
Don't stand on Paiges.
Perhaps blood does not scare you, but what about the scent of honeysuckles?
How do you know that?
I know a lot, Hugo. Do not underestimate me. Do not underestimate Vistani.
I just kind of give her a head nod.
Enjoy the festivities.
I kind of walk out of the tent.
Okay. So, I can do readings all night, but I also like to sleep.
I just.
Is it that? What time is it?
It's like afternoon.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes, Benvum, what concerns you?
This place concerns me. I wanted to ask of someone who knows this land, are those taken by Strahd of no hope for healing, the ones that have taken his illness?
Do you speak of vampirism?
Yes.
Yes. A man of the light would ask such questions and show such concern. Strahd, in his curse, curses all he touches. And those who fall into that path do not find the light. We have studied for many years, and there is one person in particular in Barovia who hides, who would know more about vampirism and the ways it affects us. And I hate to discourage you, man of light, but it is nearly impossible to recover from such a path. Does that answer your question?
Yes. It just seems hard to find hope in this land.
Before you can walk away, she draws one card to you.
To me?
Yes. She puts it right in the center of the table. The missionary. And she says, Benvum, those who spread wisdom and faith to others, they spread warnings of fear, but also of light. Do not forget that even dark messages provide hope to others, especially in Barovia. And do not fear your own strength and the strength of those around you. Lathander follows you in your light. He follows your choices. He trusts you. He trusts all of you. Even you, little one. And she points to Rapture in the back. You're weird, but he believes in you. And I believe in you too. And that probably scares Strahd. Does that answer your question? That does it answers your concerns.
It does. Thank you, Madam Ava.
You're welcome. Now get up. He needs a drink. He looks like he's worried too much today. You all look like you've worried too much today. It is not right for people in Vistani camp to not enjoy themselves. And I, frankly, am sick of the wallowing. So, let's get the drink.
Madam Ava, before we go,
Yes.
I understand now that my fate is sealed and it will not change no matter what I do. But your decision can change.
Yeah, that there's no decision that can be changed. That is a serious path you took. There's no going back.
I know.
Madam Ava,
Yes, Revlin.
did the Vistani ever fight Strahd?
The Vistani are carefree people, and we are proud of our privilege. No, we have never stood up to Strahd. I don't know if we ever will.
Would you say that most of your people would you say that most of your people would report?
I lost you. Did you say something? You cut off.
Oh, I was saying, do we need to be worried about your people reporting on our actions to Strahd?
That is quite suspicion you have. What makes you think that Vistani are so unloyal to me and more loyal to Strahd?
In our time in Barovia, we met 3 women, and on several occasions heard from the townsfolk that they believed that they carried word to Strahd, goings on in town.
I know a lot about Barovia, and especially about Vistani. I do not blame you for your suspicion. Continue being suspicious. It is a dark time in Barovia, especially now at the end. I would be suspicious of everyone, Barovian or Vistani. But I do not know how to help you specifically in this request. I keep my eyes and ears out. Vistani report to me. As the other members, we have a strict code here. It might seem camp-free, but I run the world. Girls. Yeah, she pretty much tells you, continue being suspicious. She can't confirm that she knows exactly who who are Vistani if they do report, but it is not unheard of. She has caught people in the past who have shared secrets and things to Strahd, and Strahd has heard of things that perhaps only Vistani could have known. So she suspects the same. Have you found a Vistani wandering alone yet?
Not yet. We hope to get to the Abbey of Saint
Markovia.
Markovia.
Yes. Yet I feel, with your help, this Vistani will find you easy.
I look forward to it, Madam Ava.
All right. Enough of the questioning.
So are we heading out of the tent?
Yes.
Can I catch everybody's attention when we get out of the tent? I just sort of ask everybody to take for a second and say, I apologize for my actions with Daru, and Benville hesitates and says, the vampire. I don't know much of the creatures of this land, and I promise to be there to protect us in the future. I only know the cost of taking a life undeservedly, and I just hope that we can also commit to helping those that can be helped, but I will not falter in the future if faced with a vampire.
If you got my back, I got your back.
I
And
need to keep up the boss.
And while they're talking, I kind of put my arm on Benville's shoulder and I nod.
All right, and as you exit the tent, you can hear the sound picks up as you leave, and they have continued on without you. Perhaps a couple drinks in only a few minutes. They definitely know how to put back their wine. They're chugging wine, which does not sound appealing to many of you, but Hugo joyfully takes another wineskin. They grab the empty one and fill it up and hand it back to him. They offer you all drinks, and they show you where you're welcome to stay for the night. And they ask you to, enjoy the festivities, share your tales, tell about the faraway lands you came from.
Can I go up to Yetta?
Yeah.
Yetta, what's wrong? You seem upset. Come on. Give Hugo a hug. Come on.
She'll kind of break there and she'll lean in for a hug.
What's wrong? You annoyed about what's up with your future?
Hugo, I thought something different would happen today. I've been thinking of this day since before I met you.
Of Madame Ava? Of seeing Madame Ava?
Yes. Of talking with her again.
When was the last time you talked to her?
About 3 weeks.
Okay. Was it not up to your expectation of how it was going to go today?
You could say. I thought us coming here with Ismark and Irina, I thought she would tell me something different.
What are you looking for, Yetta?
I'm not looking for anything. I know what it is. It's the Vistani. I don't need to look. They're right here.
Hugo's confused. You need to kind of talk clearer to me.
Hugo, this is hard to explain. It's not something that is easy to talk about either.
Okay, fine.
Do you pinky promise?
Really? We're gonna pinky promise?
Hugo, this is a serious bond. I will curse you if you don't. And if you break this, I will curse you. Let it be known now.
Okay.
Okay, you promise not to share what I say unless I say share.
With who? Anyone?
With anyone.
Even if I'm drunk?
Even if you're drunk, Hugo, I will curse you.
Okay, fine.
Okay, pinky promise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Hugo, sit down. Have a drink.
I already have one.
So,
Well, that's what you gotta say.
Madame Ava brought up the...
They're talking.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You promise, right? You say you promise you will not do it. Hugo, this is not the drinking game. I swear, it's a big problem.
If you open up to me, maybe I'll open up to you.
Will you
You
curse me if I tell?
Does it look like I know how to curse? Really?
I thought. Wait, no one else knows how to curse?
No! I know how to hit things really hard and cut things and
Okay.
yell. And I kind of yell out into the air like, yeah!
Hugo, I don't want to get everyone over here. Let's just get on with it.
Okay, but I won't curse you because I can't.
Okay, I grab Hugo's second wine skin and I start sipping on that.
Okay.
Hugo, I'm not Vistani.
What are you then?
Well, I am and I'm not. You know what I mean? Like,
Is that why everyone's calling you Nekaji? Are you lying to me about what Nekaji means?
I'm not lying. I said exactly what it means. It means to vex. It's been a nickname. To
Okay.
vex, to vile. It's like, it's an insult. They're making fun of me. Hugo, I'll tell you. You know, you understand me. You get my. I'm not a bad person.
I
Right?
know. I didn't. No, you're not a bad person.
Okay. So, as long as I can remember, I've always been good with instruments, right? Vistani, we travel, we tell stories. I've always gotten good at that. But, you know, I started wanting to make some extra money. I thought, why not travel to Barovia, make some extra money, come back, buy some nice stuff, be somebody with money. I thought I could do that, right? Not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
So I started heading into Barovia. I met the women at Blood of the Vine. And since I was Vistani, they say, yeah, you play here, free drinks, you make some extra coin, we get more business. Good, right?
Sounds good to me.
So I meet Dalvin, and I show my tattoo, Dalvin.
Dalvin, and I show her the ring on my finger, Dalvin.
You took his ring? Wait, you took his ring?
Yeah, I took his ring.
Why?
Because it was there.
We'll talk about that later. But
Okay.
I meet Dalvin. Dalvin, tell me of the things happening with the devil, right? You know his name, Devil? You know what I'm talking about, right? Devil? Vampire. That guy.
The one we killed?
No, we didn't. No. The one on top of the mausoleum, bat-turning vampire. I cursed him, right? Remember? No, I didn't curse him. Laughter made him laugh the whole time, remember?
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Don't say. I put my finger to his mouth.
What, we can't say his name now?
No, we don't say his name. Just hold off on that, Hugo.
Okay.
Dalvin, tell me about the devil and how he's trying to do bad things and how all Barovians are scared of him. And I realize, like that, Vistani get to leave. Vistani can go in and out.
You did it! Not me! You did it!
The devil. I said the devil. Don't tell me I didn't. I said devil. The devil never bothers Vistani. We just go in and out carefree. I thought that's not fair. So me and Dalvin, we'd meet once a week. We'd talk about what's happening with Burgermaster. I talk about Vistani. Deal's a deal, right? He give me info. I give him info. So I find out he's going after Irina. So I come back. I tell Madame Eva, as I must do, because she is our leader and it's good to know. And when I tell her, no warning, no nothing, boom, you know Vistani no more.
Oh, shit.
How
I
did
just
she just
kicked out.
not make you Vistani?
This is something that's never happened in my lifetime. I've heard stories of Istani being disbanded and exiled and kicked out, and they are ashamed. No one talks to them. They are forgotten. And I can't be forgotten, Hugo.
I won't forget you.
No, it's not about you guys. It's about Vistani. I've always been Vistani. I can't not be Vistani one day from the next.
And she exiled you just for telling her that they're after Irina?
No.
I don't understand.
No, she told me that I put the great danger on the Vistani and I put too much focus on Vistani, and for that reason, I must be kicked out.
Oh, because you're helping Dalvin.
No, I wasn't. I was not helping Dalvin. Dalvin told me info, and I might have told him about Vistani and not too much, no secrets. Just like we Vistani, we play music, we can leave. That's all I said. So I'm Vistani, but I'm not Vistani. I still have all Vistani things, but these people will not call me Vistani. They call me Nekajina.
Are you still allowed to leave Barovia?
I've not checked, but I don't think so. I'm afraid. Hugo, I told you, if you get too close to the gate and you're not able to leave, the mist will strike you and it will starve your air and you'll die. I don't want to die.
I don't want you to die either. It's okay.
So I have not checked.
We're gonna work this out. Don't worry.
Hugo, you understand. If I came back with good news, Madam Eva say, "You're welcome. You hero. Vistani love you." I thought.
You know what? Fuck them. You don't need them.
Hugo, we are staying here for the night. You need to control yourself.
I know, but you don't need them. You're doing this all on your own, without them. Who's there?
I look at this guy and sorry guys. I look at Hugo, and for the first time since I've talked to Sanameva, I feel better. But Hugo, I appreciate you. I do, and your words, they are true. But you also must understand, my whole life I've been Vistani. It's hard to let that go.
I understand.
Okay, you promise not to tell, right?
Pinky promise.
Or I curse you.
Okay.
And the rest of the night, me and Hugo will drink and sing songs.
Yay.
Okay, so after the Hugo and show.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was great. So of course they welcome you to drink. In a way, they kind of require you to drink, and they welcome you to all gather around the campfire in the nighttime as it starts to get darker around 5, 6 o'clock, unless you guys want to do something otherwise in the in-between time, the downtime. But for brevity, the older man again, who Yetta told her exciting story about how she saved Irina and Ismark, he sits Irina and Ismark on either side of him, and he welcomes you all to sit and join as he tells one of a tale of his own. Do you join him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let me pull it up really quick.
I have a
Tail got us into
I
this.
do have a glass of wine at Madame Ava's suggestion. A modest glass of wine.
Good.
But I do have one.
She joins you guys as well. Madame Ava joins you.
Have I ever seen that happen before?
Betty!
Yeah.
I just go Betty and the Jets.
So yes, Sarah, you would have seen Madame Ava join you before. As the matriarch of this, tribe, she would definitely revel in the festivities, and definitely partake in Vistani culture.
Okay.
1 second.
Hugo, is that a song from your people or?
No. I've just heard it from, around town.
You should teach it to me one time. I've never heard that before.
Okay. Maybe later.
Okay, so as you all gather around, the older Vistani man recounts a tale. And as he begins to tell it, you all begin to quickly recognize some pieces of the story. And he says, a mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood and sat exactly where you are sitting and standing. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the Devil's Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasants' army fled in terror. A few stood their ground, and many were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet, by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the Devil's Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic could not save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the body, to see if, he had anything of value. But the river Elvlis had already spirited him away.
The river, do we know which river this is?
Yeah, so if you were to ask him, he would say the river Elvlis flows straight through Barovia. It whips and curls all the way around, but the river curves the cliffside of Castle Ravenloft. And just to kind of show you very, very, that's not what I wanted to do. Very briefly, we're going to switch to the village, the Barovia map, and he's describing, sorry, I'm going to scroll a little bit for me. Oh, it's loading. 1 second. Okay. Is everyone able to see it yet, or are we still waiting? Okay. So this is the river, and it flows all the way through. Like where it's collecting right now is a pool, and he says he saw him fling down past beyond this way. So he saw him fall down this cliffside. So this is like, right here is about like 1,000-foot cliffside, and he said he saw the wizard fall down past the valley through the trees, and he looked amongst where he thought he landed, right down south of the camp, and did not find him.
Interesting.
With that,
Did this wizard take residence on a lake? Is he taking questions?
yeah, he's taking. I didn't know if you were asking me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you say?
Did this wizard take residence on a lake?
No. The wizard, for a little, we let him stay here in our camp, and I believe he stayed in Barovia, but I did see him travel here and there, but we did not keep tabs on him. At the time, he was interesting, I guess, but this time we don't care for, the random adventurer who would somehow ends up in Barovia.
Noted.
He looks to Brana. He says, perhaps you, Brana, should take a nap. You look tired, no?
Sorry, I'm literally falling asleep, guys. I'm so tired. So tired. I was totally just like zoning out.
I'm so happy I got that.
Why would you just sit there and let that happen? I'm so. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Nothing. I was just, if you need to.
I'm trying.
Yeah, honestly, if Brana needs to nap for the night, she can totally go to bed. It's totally okay, too.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
He was only teasing, asking if you wanted a drink or if you wanted a place to rest for the night.
Ron wants to go to bed.
Alright, so one of the Vistani guards directs you to where he's offered you guys to lay down your tent rolls and rest for the night if you need to go to bed.
Yeah, I want to get my hit points and my other rage back. So yeah, I want to go to bed.
Go to bed.
We haven't long rested yet, have we?
Nope.
No, we're exhausted.
Okay. So as you head for bed,
I kind of like pass out by the fire where everyone was telling stories, staying up, drinking late.
yeah, definitely. I see that with two wineskins in your hand. Can I roll roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Of course, yeah.
You drink a lot.
9 and 5 is 14.
So that's an acting.
That's okay. So, as you pass out by the fireside, you feel warm and cozy, and you fall asleep quickly. So you feel okay for now.
Oh, thanks.
Revlin. No, sorry. Yes, Revlin. Were you drinking?
Yes.
How much would you say you drank? I know it's hard to tell.
2 glasses. Hopefully.
And Benville, how much would you have drank?
A glass.
And Rapture, how much would you have drank? You're muted.
Sorry. Just a glass.
Okay. So I'll have both. As you're preparing for bed, I'll have all three of you roll a perception check. Actually, I'll let y'all do it. Y'all get a perception check.
Everybody perceives.
16.
There's no like.
I'm not even gonna say it.
What is it?
18.
Okay. So as the little more sober, somber half of the party are preparing their bedrolls in bed, Rapture, as you look out over the camp, you look across the pool of water, and there's a little field on the other side of the camp. And although it's dim and misty, you think you see a figure in the mist. It's walking into the tree line. Looks female. She looks naked. And she slowly walks into the tree line and disappears in the mist. And as you notice it, you see Buffy lands on your shoulder and caws.
Yeah, she goes. Looks for. Oh, is it the Raven Queen?
You did not recognize this person.
Okay. Buffy goes after her into the trees. How far away are they?
Let me see. So where you're seeing her from, it'd be a pretty far distance. It'd be about, I'm trying to do the math. Just about 3/4 of a mile away, if you're really looking. So with the mist, it's very dim. So you see a figure in the mist, and as it enters through the mist, you can see it's approaching the tree line. So it'd be if she's heading to the tree line, she'd be just under a mile away from you.
I have great eyesight. Okay. Is anyone else like seeing this? Is anyone else sober enough to see this?
Although you're all preparing, Revlin and Benville don't notice. They look around. They look about the camp, but they do not see what you saw, at least.
I tell them that I think I saw something, but it must just be the wine getting to my head. And then
off so quickly in this land.
Buffy could go look. So she flies.
Okay.
Buffy flies into the mist. I can see things she can see up to 100 feet, but then she'll just like... She can come back and tell me.
Can she speak to you actually?
I said, do you speak bird?
I
don't think there's.
I communicate with her telepathically, so I can see what she sees. So maybe not when she gets too far.
Let me see something.
Let me read about her.
I don't know.
It might just be only in 100 feet of me, so I might not be able to like. Because I command her telepathically, but I don't know if I talk to her.
Yeah, I don't know if she would be.
Okay.
What I might have you do is, you'd be able to roll like an animal handling check, but even then it wouldn't be like you're getting detail from it. You could just tell she could be able to confirm if she saw what you sent her out to see.
Did Buffy see the figure?
Let me check her perception. Did she share your perception? No, I think she goes with her own.
Yeah, and I just get a bonus when she's on my shoulder.
Yeah, so I'll have her roll. Do you want to roll a perception check for her? It's going to be +3 whatever you roll.
Sure. 7.
Unfortunately, she's not able to see the woman.
She was preening her feathers.
Yeah, she got a little distracted. Actually, and as she gets distracted because as she's flying over, she sees her raven buddy, and they just start flying around. And
fancy raven.
She and her raven buddy fly back to you, and they're cleaning each other with their beaks. But no, you can quickly tell that she very quickly got distracted by her raven buddy and did not look out for you.
Buffy's got a crush. I assume it's a boy raven for her. Well, I have told my party, and it didn't affect me, so I don't care anymore.
All right.
When she points in that direction, do we see anything in particular, or just...
No, you can definitely see it's heavily misted. And I would say, Revlin, you're very close to the DC on that check. You might have think if she points it out, you look quickly over, and you might have seen what looked like the mist had parted ways for a figure, but you wouldn't have seen anything.
I stand and loosen my sword and stand at the edge of the camp, just looking out, just trying to scan and see if I see anything else.
Okay, I'll have you roll one more perception check.
This die is garbage. It's 11.
So, a cautious glance around the mist. It is definitely dark at this point, and the mist makes it heavily obscured to look out, beyond the water at this point. As it grows darker, the mist starts to collect closer and closer, and you do not see anything that would alert you or concern you.
This doesn't seem like a land to go wandering off after seeing an apparition. Perhaps we should keep a strong watch when we're traveling.
I'm passed out, so.
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt. Did we give Irina her journal?
Yeah.
Good shit.
I said I was going to do that in bed.
Alright. So, as you all begin to wake up, some cozy in their bedrolls, others are sitting next to a dead and dewy fireplace. Hugo, for the first time in a while, you wake up feeling just a little hungover.
Oh, okay.
No detriment to it, but you drank a lot, but there's no negative consequence to it.
Can I go over to the body water and kind of drink some to hydrate myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So as you drink some water, Vistani, who walked up to you, he goes, Hugo! Good morning, Hugo. Here, and he hands you a wine skin.
Maybe in a little bit.
Hugo, don't you remember me? Dimitri, we talked all night, remember?
Yes, yeah. Dimitri. Yeah. Hi.
The best way to cure is to drink some wine.
Ah, okay. So I drink it.
And as he brings you back to the camp, and he says, besides, that water is disgusting. The horses backwash work down that way, so don't drink the water that way. Drink the other side of horses.
Okay. Great.
Um, when I wake up, I would like to look for my cousin.
Oh my god. All right. So, Yetta, you wake up, and as you look about, you quickly can find the tent where your cousin would linger, and you can see her outside of the tent washing some dishes and plates, and a couple children are running by her, and you hear her yelling at them, "Hey, stop running! Do what I tell you! They'll never do your chores!"
Stevia!
Yeda, welcome! What are you doing here?
I came to talk with Madame Eva again.
Any luck?
I cannot say there's much change in my circumstances.
You Nekeji, you know this long time this would happen.
I know now. But I do say we got some good news, so hopefully I'll be back sooner than I thought.
Good news? I need good news. I've been listening to bickering children for the last 2 weeks.
Madame Eva says that we are the hope to stop the curse.
You and me are the hope?
No, I forgot to tell you. I'm with a band of adventurers now.
Barovians?
None of them, no. They're all from the other place.
Okay, you make interesting choices. Nothing should surprise me anymore.
But we, all six of us, met with Madame Eva last night, and she told each of us that our fate is sealed, we are connected, and we are the best hope to remove the curse. So, I feel good.
Okay, you feel good. You feel good about a lot of things. You felt good about going and visiting Barovia. Look what happened to you. You feel good.
Okay, Stevia, I don't need the lecture right now.
Do you though? I think you do need the lecture. I'm much older than you, and I've given you good advice in the past. You don't listen to me enough.
No, your advice was good at the time. I found better advice, and I
There
followed
we
that.
go. That's what I was waiting for. You get better advice from yourself.
Of course.
Mm.
What is a woman's intuition if she does not trust herself?
What is a woman's intuition? You sound like children. You talk like children. You talk like all 7 of my children. Talking. There's no advice in those words. You learn from wisdom. You learn from experience. You learn from your elders. Huh? Elder.
Stevia, I did not come here to argue with you.
Mm-hmm. What did you come
Okay,
for?
I
Besides
came-
Madame Eva?
Stevia, you are a skilled fighter, even though you don't practice.
Mm.
How about get a babysitter, ask the tent next door to watch the kids, come with us for a week. We're going on adventure to be
You
great.
sound crazy. No, I don't go on the adventures. Vistani don't do adventures. We travel, we enjoy, we reap the benefits of all the land. We do not eat adventure. There's no
Then
benefit
travel
there.
with us. Travel with us, write some stories, come back, have some bedtime stories for the kids. They'll love it.
No, you sound silly. I will not do that.
It would be good to have you with me.
You're grown now. You can handle yourself. As you said, you follow your intuition. I'm following mine. Besides, Baldo is not available to babysit the children all day. I cannot just leave him to take care of 7 children. So, no, I cannot go.
Bring your eldest.
No, he's not nearly old enough. It will not happen.
You picked up a spear at that by his age.
Yes, I could do a lot of things at that age. I could ride a horse. I could pick up a spear. He doesn't even know how to do, anything I tell him to do. Why would I let him run off with you? Bad idea.
Fine, I will not argue with you.
Yeah, I thought you'd get that point sooner enough. Here, are you hungry? Do you want breakfast?
If you have extra, I will take it.
I have enough. I don't know. I'm used to cooking for a lot, but how many more people are you traveling with?
An extra ration will not hurt. I could pay you for your cooking.
No.
I don't know when we
No,
leave.
no, your family. Come in. And she offers you.
I go in.
Yeah, she offers you breakfast.
Oh.
What's her name, Sarah?
That's good. Thank you.
What's her name?
Stivia.
Oh, okay.
Stevia?
Stivyah. Stivya.
Yeah.
Stiviyah. Stivia.
She sounds sweet.
Ouch. Ewy, I feel yucky. Okay. So, otherwise, is there anything you need to do with or ask the Vistani before you head out?
No.
As you go to collect Ismark and Irina, they are talking to one of the Vistani who were telling them tales last night, and he tells them, I know it's your first time here with Vistani people, but I will show you something special. You have to keep it between, and he sees you all approaching. We'll keep it quiet. But Vistani, we have potions, tricks to slip through the mists. Not that many people know this. We like to keep it secret. Of course, yada yada yada, Strahd lets us through, but these potions.
You're not supposed to say his name!
Strahd? Strahd.
Devil! Devil.
No, it's spelled Strahd. S-T-R-A-H-D.
God almighty.
Anyway, as I was saying, we have little potions. I have saved a couple for when we have true friends joining us around the campfire. Would you want some?
How much?
Can I do a perception
Three.
check on this?
Yeah, you can. You can roll perception.
Is this Dimitri?
No, I'll give him another random effing name.
With a D.
No, I said it was Baldo, Dimitri, and then this is Luca.
Luca.
You said 18, Colin?
No.
Okay. So, he is very excited, Colin. You can tell he's very excited to tell you guys the secret he has, and he seems to be honest. Yeah, from what you can tell, he's being honest.
Okay.
Do I remember Luca?
Yes, you remember Luca. He's a little older than you, and he helps run a couple of the carriages from here to Valaki. He often takes care of the horses. And you would
Luca.
You would recognize.
Luca, as one of your potential future wives, I would like a discount.
Yeah, you talk like you did years ago, but we Vistani do not marry outside the Vistani, so no, I will not give it to you.
I block him off from everybody. Good joke, Luca. Good joke. No,
Good joke.
Luca. I mean, is there any discount for family friends? You know,
For a
we
pretty
go back.
lady, as you know, Yada, we sell it for 50 gold usually, but for a pretty lady and her friends, I could go no lower, but I'll do it for 10.
I do not have that kind of money. You know this.
10 versus 50.
Like I said, pretty lady, her friends, you give a good time. I have to make something off of it. I'm barely making any money off of this. It took.
Is there another way I could? Is there any other way I could get this potion?
You can roll a perception check. I mean,
Is she offering sexual favors
I
to
don't know
this
what
man?
she's offering. Is that what you're offering, Sarah?
I'm just asking if there's any other way.
Hannah wants to get it.
26.
Your persuasion was 26?
Yeah, it's one of my proficiencies, man.
Holy moly.
Oh man.
He goes, Yada, you torture me. Okay, Yada, I will give you all of the potions I have. I will give them to 3 of them. 3 potions. I will give them all for you for 10 gold. Come on, you know I can do better.
I put one of my only gold coin I got right now. I put that in.
Why do you only have 1 gold coin?
I thought I only started with 2 gold.
What's your class? What's your background?
Word.
No, your background.
I'm
I'm a nomad.
I can put the other 9 down.
Okay. So he hands Yetta the 3, what he calls Vistani elixirs. And he goes, Yetta, you know that's a good deal.
Remember, if you're lying, I will curse you.
Yeah. Sarah.
You can't just say that.
Okay. So, Sarah, as you collect the elixirs, you look at them.
What's wrong with you?
Okay, Sarah, so you have 3 Vistani elixirs.
Great. Are they different colors?
No, he packaged them all the same, actually. I will... Okay. Can you see that? Did I just edit?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, cool. So they look like they've used old wine bottles and filled them with this pearlescent, kind of like white liquid, relatively thin.
I will hold one and I will give the other 2 to Revlin.
I will take one and give the last one to Brana.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you each have 1 Vistani elixir.
You each have 1 vial of horse semen.
It's like watered down cum, isn't it?
So as you begin to leave, one of the older man, I never gave him a name. He won't have a name. He'll be nameless. But the one who told you the tale about the wizard, he asks you, "So where do you head now?"
We hit their Valaki.
Ah, Valaki. By foot?
The fastest way we can get there.
Well, if you could do me a favor, and you promise to take good care of it, we have a shipment we need to send to the Vistani camp north of Valaki. We'd be happy to offer you 2 or 3 horses.
I turn to my party.
What are you sending to them?
Although we don't keep close with Vistani, we often trade with one another, and we have some bags of grain and a couple spices from the outer realm that we have collected. We are very excited for.
Do you mind if I look?
Sure, yeah, you can look, Sarah.
What roll?
You can just investigate. There's the 2. He starts to show you 2 of the horses, and you can see that 2 of them have straddled sacks on either side of them.
Straddles.
It's gonna be a 16.
Yeah, so as you open the bags, you can see on one is some grain, some rice, and the other one looks to be a couple packages of what he describes as spices. Yeah, so it looks like he's being honest.
This is a fair deal. I am willing if my party is okay.
Go ahead and help us get there more quickly. I don't know.
I just asked that you leave the horses at the Vistani camp, and they will bring them back. You see, Vistani, we are nice people. All right, travel safely.
Any carts to carry this, or just the horses? Just the horses, or do we get the cart?
Just the horses. So the horses are already loaded with the 2 sacks, and so it's 3 horses. So you would have to each 2 people on a horse. But
We'll get to ride them.
Are they big?
oh wait, 4. 4 is Mark and Irina. So
Yeah.
they're standard horse, but yeah, 2 people can ride on the horse each.
Okay, even Hugo?
Although Hugo is a bigger half orc, yes. I mean, he has to be a little bit easier, whoever he shares the horse with, but yes.
Who's the smallest?
Let's look.
Wait, how many horses do we have?
4.
4.
Wait. Sarah's the smallest, right?
I think Sarah is the smallest.
I think I am, yeah.
How small is Yetta?
Yetta is. Sorry. Yetta
I
is.
picture like 5'4". I picture like just slightly taller than us.
I didn't say that.
She is. I have her as 5'8" and 180, but
5'8".
Well, then maybe
Oh, wow.
Rapture might be the smallest then.
Rapture's like pretty wee. She's 5'4".
Oh,
Yeah,
that's Rapture.
She's a little
right.
human, or size wise.
Okay, so as you all hop on, it sounds like Hugo and Rapture will have to share a horse, but otherwise Ismark and Irina get on one horse, and there's 2 other horses that remain.
I will
I
show
turn
it them
to
all.
Rapture
Let's do it.
and I say, "Don't do anything weird."
I don't say anything.
Okay.
You bet you're racing.
So it looks like process of elimination as the horses start to depart and companions hop on. Brana and Revelin look across each other over top of the horse. Looks like they'll have to share one.
No, into it.
I kind of mount and in the position that would indicate that I will be steering the horse.
Revelin rides side saddle for sure.
I ask on the ride wherever we go. I ask Benvolm to teach me some hymns of the Morning Lord.
Coming out of my cage and I'm into Alright, that's a bromance.
You gotta march to it.
There's one that I remember specifically. Hold on. Back, letting go.
You gotta keep.
Oh, that's
Hold on, it gets better than you know.
wait.
Don't stop.
That is also a Morning Lord hymn.
Yeah, I've heard you sing it a few times, and I've been bopping with it.
Oh, I thought you'd teach me song, but oh well. I would like to gain something from this exchange, but oh well.
Well, there's one for the more somber days of hailing our Lord, like on the day where we remember the darkness that Lathander overcame.
Okay.
So you sailed away to a gray sky morning. Now I'm here to stay. Light can be so boring.
Alright.
I write down the key changes as he sings it.
Write it down on what as you're riding a horse.
The horse.
I use the horse fur to kind of write down letters.
Okay. Alright, so as you depart, refreshed, full health, into the rising sun, the mist, rushing away as the horses gallop in the distance. You wave goodbye to the Vistani camp and begin heading north to Valaki.
Yay!
And if there's nothing else anyone would like to do as we're riding off into the sunrise, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Riding off into the sunrise? Yeah, that's so nice.
Yay, I'm good.
A new hope.
Morning Lord.
Alright. Great job, everybody. That was awesome.
Hee.
So we went up 2 levels that time, right?
10 levels.
Yeah,
We're
all the social exploration definitely granted you level.
Yeah.
No, not quite to level 5 yet, you guys.
But we are at level 7.
You are at level 4.
level 20, bitch.
Benvolm, I ate the pastry.
I heard.
Brana stole it.
I heard that too.
I picked up info.
I mean, Wes heard that,
Mm.
but I don't know about Benvo. I'm sure he might have noticed a tripping half orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of our walk to the Vistani.
Paige, what green screen stuff were you doing? I don't know if it was just me, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah, so on your end, you guys aren't going to see it in the Google Hangout, but I recorded a video and I created like transitions between our Google Hangout and Roll20, and the green screen's acting as like I'm in the foreground and all the stuff is in the background. So like I switch between you guys talking, and if there's something that needs some visuals, I'll switch to that, and I'm testing it out.
That's cool.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have no idea how it went, so. Otherwise, thank you guys so much. I'll stop recording. We can still talk, but I'm going to stop recording. So everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Internet.